Hello there, trick-or-treaters! Welcome to Tales from the Campfire. This summer I thought it would be fun to share some spooky stories around a lovely fire. I've gathered some of your favorite Halloween and horror YouTubes, Instagrams, and other creators of strange and wonderful delights. This week we have 6 weeks. Every Friday night a new storyteller will be on my channel telling a wondrous tale of woe, horror, and fright. Theoretically. So tonight I'm kicking off this series with one of my very own tales. So without any further ado, I bring you The Hallway. Let me tell you, as a kid, going to Grandma's house is just about the coolest thing you could do. We're talking, this is the highlight of my 12-year-old social calendar. Not that I would probably tell the other kids at school that. I mean, where else can a kid go where you can eat anything you want, play dress up for hours on end, and be guaranteed ice cream every night? Grandma's is the pinnacle of luxury. The only downside of a visit to Grandma's house is the hallway. You see, Grandma lives in this old building downtown, smack dab in the middle of nowhere, USA. Downtown consisted solely of Main Street, which was a sad sight to see. There were a few old buildings, a beauty parlor, a bank, and Grandma's place. Back in the day, Grandma had a business, hence the central location. The building was set up in 2 parts. The storefront faced Main Street, and there were living quarters in the back. To get from where Grandma lived to the business side of the building, you had to go through the hallway. A longer hallway I have never encountered. It stretched for what seemed like miles. The lights were sparse, and what little light there was got absorbed by the dark green walls. Traveling down the hall felt like you were leaving the bright cheeriness of Grandma's house and emerging in some darker, desolate universe. It was December, and more importantly, it was finally Christmas break. That meant I got to spend a whole week at Grandma's house. I was helping Grandma decorate the place for Christmas. Bright, shiny garlands were hanging above every doorway. Bing Crosby was crooning away on the radio, and we were trying to put together one of her plastic trees. As she was fighting yet another white prickly branch, she asked me to go grab another box of lights from the holiday closet. Swept up with the holiday cheer and on a sugar rush from one too many Christmas cookies, I bolted off on my errand. They came to a screeching halt when I came to the hallway door. The living quarters and the hallway were separated by a dark green door. I suppose it had something to do with heating the place, but I couldn't help but feel like it was there to keep something out. The holiday closet wasn't too far into the hallway, so I figured if I ran as fast as I could get there, grab the lights, and be back on the safe side of the door before Bing Crosby started his next song. Taking a deep breath, I unbolted the door. I opened the door ever so slightly. Peeking through the crack, I saw that the coast was clear. Pushing myself through as small of an opening as I could, I crept to the hallway and pulled the door closed behind me. The second the door was closed, I took off running down the hallway, the dark gloom of the passage keeping me moving as fast as my young legs could take me. Faster, faster, I was running. I could see the door. I was almost there. I was just a few feet from the holiday closet when I saw it. At the end of the hallway, I saw something come out of one of the far rooms. It was almost human in shape. Almost. The arms were too long and the legs so thin. Looking at it, it seemed fuzzy. Not like an animal, but like a shadow. The edges undefined. The dark atmosphere of the hallway that had always hung over me had increased tenfold. It seemed to be radiating from that thing at the end of the hallway. I blinked. Nope. It was still there. I stood frozen, just staring at it. Wishing it would go away, wishing I had never come down here, wishing Grandma would show up and ask what was taking so long, wishing for anything to just happen. It stood with its head cocked, as if listening for something. I heard the hallway door open behind me, and almost screamed as the thing swung its head around to face the direction of the noise. My direction. I could hear steps echoing behind me, but all I could focus on was the thing in front of me. It had begun to stalk towards me, arms outstretched so that each elongated hand was skimming the walls, leaving no space to hide. The steps behind me stopped, and I heard a voice say, "Ugh, I finally got that damn tree together. What is taking so long with those lights?" Oh, thank God. Grandma was here. She looked over at the creature before me and said, "Hello there, Gary. You liking your room okay?"
"Marian, is that you? Oh, you gave me such a fright. I thought I heard someone down here."
As it spoke, the mouth opened to reveal 4 rows of sharp, jagged teeth. Oh, I thought I was going to be sick. "Just me and my granddaughter. Gotta grab some more Christmas decorations from the closet," Grandma replied back cheerfully. The thing smiled wide, which was truly a nauseating sight, and said,
"Oh, that sounds nice. You two have fun. I'll see you at dinner."
and turned around and stalked back to the room where it had come from. Still I stood there, staring dumbly at the now empty hallway. I was dimly aware of Grandma saying something. I managed to turn around and stammer out, "What?" "I said I made us some hot chocolate here." That wasn't what I meant. I tried again. "No, I mean, what was that?" She turned to face the spot that the thing had occupied. "Oh, you mean Gary? He's just one of my tenants." I looked at her confused, so she went on. "You know, it's very hard for specters and ghouls to find nice places to stay. Graveyards are terribly overcrowded, and most actual houses come with the most judgmental housemates. I have all this extra space I don't use, and it's a nice bit of money on the side, so it just seemed like a good idea." Now I looked at her like she was crazy. I said, "It seemed like a good idea to rent out your spare room to monsters?" She brushed it off with, "Oh, that is not a very nice word. Come along," she said, grabbing the box of lights from the closet and handing it to me. "Our hot chocolate is going to get cold." Off we went back through the hallway. Grandma closed and locked the hallway door as Bing Crosby was fading into the next song. I stood there, box of twinkle lights in my hands, wondering what in the world had just happened. As I stood there trying to process everything that had happened within the last 10 minutes, a thought hit me. Did he say dinner? Now, wasn't that completely terrifying? Okay, so I kind of cheated. I gave mine a silly ending, but I'm kind of a silly person. I love that blend of spooky and funny, so okay, mine wasn't really a true scary story. Sue me now, leave your comments. I can take it. But next week you're in for a real scare when Amy from Amy's Autopsy Report is bringing you a story based on a true story. So you'll have to tune in next Friday, right here, same place. You know where to find us. So until then, stay scared.